Another item in the news tonight that I'd rather like to discuss, and frankly it's been one that's been on my plate for quite a while, but it just seems that other more important things keep coming up, and I've just never had an opportunity to try and discuss this issue with you clearly. Do you know if the food you're eating is safe? I mean, think about it. It's kind of a basic thing. It's something we all do, at least a couple, 2 or 3 times a day. What about that chicken nugget you devoured the other day? Do you have any idea what part of a chicken goes into a chicken nugget? Do you have any idea what was in that fast food burger you grabbed, in a hurry from the drive-thru? Any idea? Well, a lot of people think about things like that. And as Americans, exercising their freedom of choice, they've decided they're not going to eat what's called a chicken that they can't figure out what part of the chicken it came from. And they're not going to eat a burger that has questionable heritage. And they've chosen to do things a little differently. Frankly, at some cost and inconvenience, they have made a choice to spend a little extra money, spend a little extra time, to make sure that the products they put in their body are of a quality that they find acceptable. Now, you can say what you want about these folks. I mean, yeah, okay, for all I know, they're long-haired, tree-hugging, hippie-freaky people. I don't care. They're Americans. In America, in theory at least, you got a right to be weird, as long as you're being weird doesn't infringe on somebody else's right to be weird. I mean, that's one of the basics that this nation was founded on. So if you want to be a tree-hugging hippie and only eat fruits and nuts, you should have a right. You want to be a vegan? This is America. You should have that right. You want to eat a cow that, you owned a share in at the time it was purchased as a calf, and that you had some say in how that cow was raised and tended, because, you own stock in that cow. You bought a piece of it when it was originally purchased by the farmer as a calf. So, you monitor the health of that animal as it's grown to maturity, because, that's your burgers on the hoof. You know exactly where that burger you're going to put in your body came from. And, you feel better about it. Now, there are people out there who think so seriously about this issue that they've joined into cooperative groups, where they have formed a co-op. And a couple of them have been kind of hired by the group to manage the co-op. And these people, go out and they negotiate with farmers, and they negotiate with people who are raising cattle, and they negotiate with people who are raising chickens to get a product that is acceptable to these members of the co-op. Okay? Now, does any of that sound terrorist? Or should any of that nonsense be illegal? I mean, sounds like these people are just, a little bit weird, and, they got a right to be weird. As long as they're being weird, doesn't interfere with your being weird. They're not holding a gun to your head saying, you got to eat their kind of cow. They're not going to hold a gun to your head saying, you got to only eat fruits and nuts. They have made a choice for themselves and their families, and they have voted with their dollars. Well, such a co-op out on the West Coast, an outfit called Rawsome Foods, just recently had a visit from some folks, and I'd like to show you what went down. Here we go.
So it comes with drawn guns. You're looking under the connecting tables. Yeah. Jesus, guys. Yeah. All right. All right. I got chasing stuff. Guy, do you want me not to eliminate the ones you written down? No, you eliminate. Not to write it down. Yeah.
You get the idea. Yeah, this cooperative was raided by LA County Police, basically a SWAT team. So they come into the hippies co-op with guns drawn. This is a little video that was filmed by some of the customers, who are basically customers, members. They own a stake in this business. This is a little piece of video that was filmed by some of the members of the ends of what happened here.
Welcome to America. Where it's a crime to eat organic food.
Not in there. Yes, we are. We have a search warrant. Yeah.
Who is allowed to go in there?
What's the charge exactly? Where are they? Conspiracy?
Genetically modifying.
Freedom for America!
We already got in custody. He's gone.
What's the charge?
Thank God. He's been charged.
What's the charge?
What's the charge?
You have to have some food drug
I just want to
Where's the
say
Food and Drug
it's
Administration?
They'll be out.
As an American, this is a criminal action.
I hope you guys get
Right?
paid real well.
Criminal action. No, there should be a citizen's arrest. Yeah. We should have a citizen's arrest here.
I hope you sleep tight tonight.
Yeah. Drink your milk from Monsanto and poison your own children. Yeah, poison your own children with Monsanto.
You guys really need to educate yourselves. I know you all think you're doing something really great here. Just get a fucking education.
So, what was the big crime committed by Rawsome Foods? Well, it finally came out that this place was shut down, busted. The manager, the member of the co-op, who the others had basically, this guy did this for no pay, okay? I mean, he was basically a member of the cooperative that the other members pointed to and said, okay, you're going to be the manager of the co-op, right? And he said, oh, okay, I'll do it. This guy's in jail. Yeah, he's in jail right now. I understand his bail's $125,000, and they're putting all sorts of weird conditions on his posting bail that a murderer or a rapist would not have to confront. So yeah, is this guy being picked on? I say yeah. An example has been made. Big crime? Members of this co-op do not wish to drink pasteurized milk. They pay extra to very carefully acquire and handle properly pasteurized milk the way it comes right out of the cow, right out of the goat. That is the way the members of this co-op prefer to consume their milk. In the history of this cooperative, and it's been running for quite a number of years, there has never been any complaint of anybody ever getting sick from eating any of the food purchased at this co-op or drinking any of the milk. There was no victim. None. This, my friends, is bureaucracy gone mad. They've got a rule on the book somewhere that says, this big dairy farm over here can't put milk on the shelves at the local Kroger unless it's pasteurized. And they have decided, based on their interpretation of their bureaucratic rules, no law was broken. This is an administrative issue. This is enforcement of policy, not law. They have a policy on their books that they enforce with color of law that you shall not have milk that is not pasteurized, whether you want it or not. Because we know what's good for you. We're the government, and we're here to help. The other part of this rule that's starting to bother me a little bit is the way they are applying these regulations. Not law. These are administrative regulations. Okay? No congressman ever put a bill forward. Nobody ever voted on it. This is a bureaucracy run wild. Okay? They're enforcing rules that they are pulling out of their butts as if it was a law and people are going to jail because of it. But I'll tell you, the thing that really worries me is they are apparently now going to start enforcing some really stringent guidelines on popular dietary supplements. And I don't know about you guys, maybe you've never taken a vitamin pill in your life, but I take a number of dietary supplements.